Development towns, a unique concept for settling new immigrants. Between 1951 and 1957, more than 20 development towns were created throughout Israel, built to make a place for the great flow of immigrants away from already overcrowded cities, for immigrants to build their country and to be built by it. They sprang up across the land like fresh spring grass, promising a productive future for all newcomers. We, the Jews of America, through the United Jewish Appeal, shared in that promise. Development towns are for people. Today, nearly 500,000 people live in development towns. Two towns, Migdal Haemek and Netivot. Two towns, two stories. Everything about Migdal Haemek gives the feeling of the promise fulfilled. Migdal Haemek isn't without problems. Overcrowding. More new housing is needed. More youth facilities, educational institutions. But here the success story is clear. Money from the Jewish communities of the free world made it possible. The funds we provided built new housing for immigrants, established vocational centers to give newcomers skills. Today, more than 10,000 people live in Migdal Haemek. 18 factories provide a diversity of jobs. In Migdal Haemek, depression turned to pride, insecurity to confidence. People felt themselves part of a bustling community on the way up. Industry offers the young people of the town and its newcomers the prospects and challenges of upward mobility and employment. Hamar, a factory which produces pipes and tiles, began with 10 workers whose earnings supported nearly 300 people in town. 20 years ago, in Migdal Haemek, there was only a promise. Today, there is social dynamism, cultural excitement, a future to look forward to. Today, there are 24 kindergartens. Three elementary schools. Two high schools. This one, the Rogosin High School, built by the Israel Education Fund of the United Jewish Appeal. In Migdal Haemek, there is a public marketplace, restaurants, a discotheque, a movie theater, a soccer team, 2 youth clubs, 3 special education schools. Today, Migdal Haemek is a magnet. Immigrants arrive steadily, many of them from Russia. This is one of 40 families which came from Russia just several months ago. They were brought directly from the airport at Lud to Migdal Haemek. Their house is bare, but they have adequate housing. And with the wages the husband will earn working in one of the factories, things will soon be much better. As a part of its absorption policy, the Jewish Agency has provided training to equip newcomers for skilled jobs. In some development towns, however, the promise has not been kept. Netivot is a town in trouble. Founded in 1956 in the Negev, midway between Ashkelon and Beersheba, Netivot lies just 10 kilometers from the Gaza Strip. Most of its inhabitants are unskilled immigrants from Muslim lands, with large families, illiterate, many aged. Things were tough from the start. Serious security problems. A lack of jobs, only seasonal agricultural work, part-time employment, public works projects. Large sums had to be spent on welfare and social services. There is still no public marketplace. Down the dusty trails moves Netivot's own Tevya, the town's milkman. The young people of Netivot are parched. Over 60% of the population is under 22, 40% of them born in Israel. Things have to be done to give them faith in the future. A vicious cycle. Young people leave because they find no opportunities. With no skilled labor force available, industry won't come to give them the opportunities. But with our help, our promise kept, the potential of these people could be realized. The people of Netivot are not defeated. There is progress. There is one factory here employing 100 people. It's a start. But more housing and training programs, more youth clubs and educational facilities are needed to help Netivot's people develop. In 1961, Yeshivat HaNegev was founded. 150 young men study here to become rabbis, school principals, community leaders. A vocational training program specializing in electronics was added. For one generation here, the promise is unkept. We must keep it for this one and those that will follow. We promised to develop the human potential that exists within each and every one of these people. We promised to assure the fate and future of every immigrant we helped bring to Israel. We promised to break the cycle of poverty, breeding more poverty in towns like Netivot. Knowing how vital Netivot and other development towns are to the immigrants who will come to Israel from the Eastern European countries and the Muslim lands. Knowing that progress is being made, but that it's too slow. Knowing that we can change things, we must resolve to keep our promise this year. Through the Israel Emergency Fund of the United Jewish Appeal and your community campaign, we shall keep the promise.